Welcome, Fleshies, to a new video on my channel. Today we are exhuming the Phantom Woof from the depths of the channel and examining its inner workings to bring you something different and hopefully something that will interest you and catch your eyes and ears before they rot away. Now pull up your tombstone and let's dive into a bit more about the Phantom Woof. This is a first for this channel. I don't usually return to stories once they are posted, but that is changing with this video. In these videos, we will revisit stories, looking at aspects of the big baddie, looking at things you missed in the story, and then we'll see what you think of Charlie's first dive into horror on YouTube. Perhaps the most important parts of a ghost story are the jump scares. Charlie believes that sometimes horror is all in the background. In today's video, we are breaking down the story, the timeline, looking into the hidden world of a 1920s house, and examining a theory that suggests our ghostly pooch wasn't just saving a life, but doing something that it did in its mortal life. So drop your theories in the comments about why the dog saved a man's life during the second storm. And now, let's talk about everyone's favorite phantom dog. Notice that the human in this story doesn't have a name, nor does the dog. Our ghostly puppy, no doubt, is somehow tethered to the storm. We get our first encounter during a thunderstorm, and then once again during the much fiercer storm later on in the story. We also see something that is interesting. During the first storm, the dog seems to cower. It jumps on the couch and perhaps goes to sleep. But then, during the second storm, it scratches and whimpers to be let in, and then with the next clap of thunder, it is at the door whining. With the next clap of thunder, the dog is up on the bed. Before the phone alerted our character, the dog woke him up by grabbing his hand and leading him to the basement stairs, and then into the basement. Our hero dog led him to safety. But was this the actions of a dog who died saving their human? Did the dog die in a storm and is now tied to the weather forever? One has to admit that it gets stronger with the two different kinds of storms. Let's look at the timeline really quickly. The storm was predicted to hit at 3 a.m., and yet our dog woke up our friend at 2:55 a.m. Did our dog know the tornado warning was coming? Does it have a built-in barometer? Consider this. The house was built in the 1920s, and apart from being upgraded here and there, the overall layout of the home hasn't changed all that much. The dog knew exactly where to go. I want you to consider that our spirit dog scratches at the door to be let in. The human opens the door and lets it in, seeing the open door as an invitation to enter the house. Could it be that it needed an invite to enter? We see this again before the tornado. When it could have easily walked through the wall, it didn't. Instead, Charlie mentioned about it scratching at the door. Another thing to notice is that during the first storm, the dog was sort of submissive and sat on the couch seeking comfort by being near the homeowner. But during the second storm, the pooch physically grabbed the man's hand and dragged him more or less to the basement door. So that opens up a question. Did man's best friend die in the storm? Charlie didn't tell us. But in the opinion of this ghost, I think it's entirely possible that our friend was either killed by lightning or killed by a tornado. We also don't know when our little hero died, so it raises the question, has it always been saving the lives of people living in the house, or does it always seek out a dry place to rest during a storm? Does his death and his presence now protect the house as well? The real question is, did our pooch find its peace now that it saved someone's life, or is it bound to our lovely home for all time? Something we are doing with these videos is asking our fleshies to answer a question or two at the end. Is the Phantom Woof stuck in a residual loop? Is it an intelligent guardian just waiting for the next storm to be a hero? Drop your own theories in the comments below. We're going to do another one of these videos, but the next time my source material will be from everyone's favorite antique shop, owned by Mr. David Brown, and the big baddie is going to be his friendly little golem as we look at Eyes on Me. And now, fleshies, you can put your tombstone away because it's time for me to return to my spot. Pleasant nightmares, fleshies! Goodbye!